Hey, everybody.
Welcome back to the suspenseful conclusion of how the fuck do we get to what's it?
We've had like 8 people tell us, and we looked it up, and we know exactly what it is.
Yeah, to be fair, I thought it had to do something with something over here, and I saw the A button, and like you said you had done everything you could.
I thought it was just inspecting the chest or like something like that. And you don't see the A button when you just walk over here.
You do if you go up like that.
Yeah, only if you go up though.
Like
Which is
saw
a weird.
it.
It's a movement that you only do like right exactly there. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I thought it was just picking up the chest, because even though it's empty, I thought maybe we could inspect it or something stupid like that.
Well, I saw it, and I assumed, because you said you had tried everything, I assumed you had tried it.
That's so goofy.
Yeah, well, it's a video game.
Right,
It's a very meta video game.
It's Crom.
Yeah. I don't really... I mean, he's a clone fighter.
He's a Fire Emblem. He's a...
Yeah, he's a Roy's
Echo.
Lucina's? No,
Echo?
Lucina is Marth's Echo Fighter, and Crom is Roy's. But Crom has nothing to do with Roy. They're not even from the same Fire Emblem continuity.
Yeah.
It's just they, I guess, had a spot there. So he's, a twice removed clone of Marth.
Something like that, yeah.
And he's gone.
He has very bad
recovery.
Yeah, like recovery off of stages. I've noticed this, and I've heard this before. That he's got like no recovery at all.
I mean, compared to the other Marths?
Yeah, well, compared to the other ones, because the other ones go in directions, he goes straight up.
Okay.
And then he pulls straight down as soon as he's done.
Alright, yeah, that's less useful.
Because there are a handful of them that do that, but they'll do it at like a tiny little bit of an angle, or something like that.
Are we done here?
Did we get everything in here? I don't even remember. I'm not seeing anything here. This is probably like one of the closest we've ever gotten to just literally getting everything in an area. So if there's any left, do you think we should just go for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we shouldn't skip anything in general. I know that some things are hard, so we come back to them.
Yeah, sometimes we skip them, but then we come back.
Yeah, but like, I don't feel like we should just ignore anything.
I don't think we're missing anything. I think we got everything.
No, I think we got them.
Okay. And then that's just where Ganon was. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So today is just your day to be Ganon all the time.
My day to be Ganon all the time.
All right. So this branch is complete.
Yeah, got to go back this way. Was there anything around here that we just... Oh, there are a couple. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, there were a lot of weird branches. I remember this area just coming up all over the place weird. Like this, and then there was the weird stuff over there, and then there's like a weird branching path.
You gonna try them? Because you've got Ganon?
Yes, I am.
There are a Greninja, an Incineroar, and a Pikachu, because Pokemon typings.
Yeah. It wants me to be giant here. I guess I'll be giant here. Also, lava floor, which is like one of the most annoying floor types you can get. Also,
presumably, they'll have Pokeballs, or do the 3 dogs not show up in Pokeballs?
Nope, they do not.
Oh, this is Tin Tower. Cute.
Yeah. And remember,
because the burned tower. Tin Tower's in the background, and the burned tower used to be a non-burned
Well, this
tower.
is the Street Fighter thing, but yeah. It's supposed to be the tower that Tin Tower's based on. As cool as that is.
Okay, I mean, I know things are based off of specific geography in Japan. Like, there is a specific...
Not geography.
In general.
Yeah.
Just the regions are geography. But yeah, so it's a specific landmark?
Yes, it is. It is a specific... Well, it's an area with statues, and I think it is supposed to be a specific...
Is there one that burned
fortress
down?
Or something. I think there is, actually.
Okay, so that's pulling from actual legend.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not
so.
That there were 3 Eevees in it,
no.
and Ho-Oh blessed them, or whatever.
Shh, we don't talk about the fact that the 3 legendary beasts are clearly just Vaporeon and Jolteon and Flareon, but given Ho-Oh powers.
It's not canonical, it's just heavily implied.
It is canonical that they were not that initially, that they were different animals that were converted by Ho-Oh's power after they died in the fire trying to protect it.
And they resembled things about the
yes,
Eevee
but also you've got like the Eevee sisters who are supposed to have like a very strong connection to the tradition of the town and
the Komodo
all this other
girls.
stuff. And the Komodo girls are literally just Eevee users exclusively. Yeah. And it's like, okay, all right, no, these might actually be. So
they didn't add legendary dogs for like Espeon and Umbreon and Glaceon and Leafeon.
No, they didn't.
But I wish they would.
Well, also, it was second gen that they showed up in, but up until that point, we had only had the 3 evolutions. That was it.
Well, that was the same generation that introduced the next 2.
It was.
But yeah. And I guess Ho-Oh wouldn't just go coincidentally find some other dogs in some other burning building and be like, okay, well, this one will be the psychic type and this will be the dark type.
Yeah, right.
But I kind of want to see that. I still kind of wish that were a thing.
No, damn it.
Fuck. If they ever do another, like, a second gen sort of remake, but instead of, like, Gold and Silver explicitly Crystal... Because I know Heart Gold Soul Silver kind of incorporated that, but like...
It attempted to, yeah.
Like, if they leaned harder into the weird legendary dog stuff, they could easily then introduce some of the more modern type of Pokemon plot stuff where you get, like, evil science labs doing, like, the Silvally.
Yeah.
And have it be, like, an artificially induced psychic dark... maybe like a fairy type legendary dog.
You know what's really unfortunate, by the way, about Heart Gold Soul Silver? Like, it's not even unfortunate about those. It's unfortunate about games after.
The biggest thing that's unfortunate about them is that they're probably the most expensive and hard to find used
They're really
Pokemon
difficult
games.
to get your hands on.
And I never got one.
This is a legendary one, by the way, but it's giving me trouble just because Ganon's movements aren't as good as they should be. Ready? I might switch off a Ganon just for that.
I think I've done this on the Spirit Board, and I don't remember if I ever beat it.
It's not, honestly, it doesn't feel like it's that hard. I might need to take advantage of Wizard Punch, though. Or Warlock Punch, excuse me. I call it Wizard Punch, and people keep getting on my butt about it.
Well, Wizard Punch sounds cool.
It does, but it is called Warlock Punch.
Wizard and Warlock are equally cool, but they have different implications.
Yeah.
It makes sense for him to be a Warlock because he's a bad guy, and it's not really an equivalent term to Witch. It means something weird like Oathbreaker or something. It's like Warlocks are bad guys.
Yeah,
Witches can be good,
bad.
Warlocks are almost always bad. As opposed to wizards who can be good or bad. But, like, wizard, there's something stylish about the word wizard that feels really good when you use it as an adjective.
Yeah.
If you use it as a descriptor.
What, like something is
shit.
wizard?
Wizardly.
That's so wizard.
Yeah, actually. Let's just start saying that.
That's a thing. People used to do that in the 80s, I think. Yeah, it never really caught on, but it was a thing.
Well, Ganondorf is a warlock, but he's pretty wizard.
Yeah, he's alright. Die, damn it.
Man, she doesn't heal, does she? No, you're just extra beat up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just really beat up.
Sometimes
there it is.
In fake world building for things that I'll never
I really
do.
needed that.
I keep trying to come up with better words as equivalent for like what a male witch would be or what a female warlock would be, and it's like
the druid.
At the end of the day, I don't really care about having gender terms for them, but like a lady warlock should have a cool name.
Oh god, Incineroar. Weird.
But I can't think of one.
Fucking
a wife lock.
In D&D, there are wizards, warlocks, and no witches.
No, I mean not officially as a class.
Yeah. Well, wizard is just a magic user, and a warlock is a magic user who gets involved with demons and makes contracts with greater beings to borrow pieces of their power.
Right, like a.
Wow. Okay.
Like that's kind of what a witch is in some things, where it's like you trade power to Satan.
Well, the idea is that a warlock can be an oathbreaker. You can literally break your oath if you would like to. Not a good idea, by the way, because half the time you're making contracts with like Cthulhu, but you know that's fine.
Is a warlock what you call the Cthulhu priests?
Basically,
because I assumed they'd have their own name.
Nope, they're warlocks.
They're just warlocks. I just kind of figured that there would have been a term for them specifically.
Back in the day, there was a term for them. I think before we started using Warlock for that. I swear to God, I remember a 3rd edition class that was like, if you ran Wizard, one of the lines for Wizard you could run down was like Cosmic Wizard, and it was just like Eldritch stuff.
There's no like Lovecraft term for a Warlock. There's no specific
No, it's just
thing.
Warlock.
Okay.
Wait, we can go up here? Oh, yeah. I forgot
you can
about
go up
this
into
place.
Bismuth land.
Yeah. And we couldn't figure out how to go any further from there and got really confused. I remember that.
It's probably that one.
It's probably that one there. Yeah. Okay. What's further this way?
What's the difference between a wizard and a mage?
A mage is just somebody who uses magic.
As opposed to...
somebody who doesn't.
A wizard.
Wizards use magic.
Yeah, no, what's the difference between a wizard and a mage?
Nothing. I think wizard is specific and mage is what's the word I'm looking for? Like umbrella term?
Okay, so wizards and warlocks are both mages?
Yes.
What is a magician?
I assume that's somebody who uses magic for parlor tricks.
I mean, so it's an illusionist.
Also, magician is actually just the longhand term for mage, you do realize.
That is how I prefer to use it. Because I think the word magician is inherently funny.
Oof.
So I prefer to call magical folks magicians if I can work it into a sentence.
For this one. Ganon is not a good character to have for like a gun battle. This is literally first to hit, by the way. I'm not sure if you noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who would be a really good one.
Fox.
For that. Fox would probably be our best bet, yeah. We do have Fox, right?
Yeah, we have Fox and Falco, so you have your choice.
Do you want to do this instead?
If you would like.
Because you're better with Fox and Falco than I am.
Yeah. You want to do
feel free to
style.
Yeah, I was gonna say feel free to run it with whichever one you want, I guess.
I don't think it matters for the sake of shooting things.
Probably not.
Are you
Hey,
hearing?
it's Yuga. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
okay.
it's our neighbors.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Special guest stars.
No, don't bring attention to it.
All right,
we live in a society. It's fine. So you're invincible until those shields run out.
All right.
There's an actual gun there as well, by
Yeah.
the way. You have to do serious damage in order to kill him at 300.
There we go. It took me a second to remember how to use your controller because I kept pressing jump when I meant to press
sorry.
B. It's because when I play, I use the GameCube layout.
Yeah.
There we go.
That makes sense.
So I just have to pay attention. But it's Falco and Fox are fast. I was thinking at first that using his reflector would be a good idea.
Because you'd think the projectiles would be going around.
Yeah, but it didn't really come up because he set down his gunman and they got in the way.
I was half tempted to use Duck Hunt to do that, but then I realized that would probably be really dumb.
Yeah,
actually.
and we're not good with that.
Yeah, also we're terrible with Duck Hunt, so I guess that's fair.
I had the Franklin badge equipped, and that helped, I think. Or would potentially help.
Did you have it on?
Yeah, it was on the spirits. You're probably going to want to change it for whatever you need for this one.
Yeah. I'm going to switch it over. But yeah, that you were basically untouchable during that fight. That's what that would have done for you.
Yeah, now maybe I should... Well, I guess we can't go back
thinking
and do
about
it. It's like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have left that on.
Yeah, actually, that would have made you invincible because the entirety of Duck Hunt's fight there was projectile.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was prepared.
Neat.
He also has a Franklin badge. I could see it.
Yeah, I know. I'm worried. It's fine because Ganon doesn't really projectile very much. So.
What's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer?
I don't know. Oh, actually, sorcerer is a real class in D&D. It's somebody who gets magic through their bloodline.
So it's someone whose magic has a source?
Yes, specifically.
That's actually why they're called sorcerers?
Yes, specifically.
Right. In Kingdom of Loathing, they're called sorcerers, and they cook spaghetti.
I think in D&D, your main sort of like The thing that a lot of people run for sorcerers is draconic bloodline, which means at some point in your family's history, there's a dragon.
Okay, so it's basically just like mutants. Or
a little
psychics.
Bit, yeah.
Like, it's not really you learn magic. It's more like you learn how to use your superpowers.
Your own abilities, yeah. Wow, okay. I'm trying to figure out how this place is structured, by the way.
Well, is there even anything else to get here?
Yes, actually. Check this out.
Huh?
That's a different path. We can't get to this path from the one that we were just on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not anything new in there, but it was like, it was a different area, so to speak. Like, we could get into a different area that we couldn't get to unless we did that weird little twist under the clouds.
I'm not familiar with this character. It said he was from Bayonetta.
Yep, he's from Bale.
Is it from the first or the second?
I
Have
think
we
he's
just
from
not
the
met
second,
him?
if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Alright, so we wouldn't be doing that.
You know what I'm thankful for?
What?
There's no version of the Franklin badge for physical attacks.
Yeah, I mean, you got your shield, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah, it doesn't... Wow, that was a weird hit.
Or...
It didn't look like I even made contact, actually. Huh. And he just starts you with a black hole equip, but that's a thing that a lot of characters do, actually. Nah.
Trying to think of more weird words for fancy magic people to quiz you with.
Oh, yeah, so Draconic... Oh, hey, it's Crazy Handy's back. Draconic bloodline is very common, in my opinion, in D&D sorcerers. I feel like it might have something to do with that just being, like, the easiest one to explain. I don't like sorcerers in D&D, truthfully. Like, I don't like the class because I don't like the idea of having to tie all
Meta
of your
Knights?
power...
Plural?
Yeah. Okay, a lot of people don't realize this. In the original Kirby game that included, like, Meta Knight, there were more than one. Those are the Meta Knights. No,
Are they
I'm sorry,
the same?
I'm sorry.
Are they
no,
all
it's
Kirby
not
based?
it's not the original one. It's I think Meta Knight was just given a group at some point called the Meta Knights. I forget now. Now I'm getting confused. Now I'm forgetting.
Are they all just whatever Kirby
Yeah,
is?
they're all just whatever the hell Kirby is.
Okay.
But they're wearing little fancy masks.
So that species is not as rare as it tends to be in terms of appearances. There's more, they're just off screen.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Because I'm never sure, because Kirby seems kind of unique.
It's half explained what Kirby is in the newest Kirby game, by the way. Because Kirby has an overarching plot amongst all of the games, which is really confusing, and I don't know how many people realize that.
I mean, all of the games? Like, some of those games don't...
There is a main series for Kirby where the games all do touch each other. Like,
Yeah,
Kirby
but,
64 is canon with that.
But, like, Once Upon a Time, there was an evil wizard made of yarn
No,
thing.
not that game. Not that game.
There's games that don't really... Like, the gimmick games
specifically
don't
not
always
that
touch.
game.
And, like, the one where where Kirby is left without his arms and legs, and you have to draw, like, rainbows
he's not
for him
left
to
without
roll
his arms
on.
and legs. The canon explanation for that game is that Kirby is choosing not to move.
What?
Yeah, that's a
I've never played
choice
that game.
So it's the canvas curse.
Yeah,
And,
it's the DS, you draw his path.
That's not the curse.
Okay.
The curse is just that Kirby is choosing not to use his arms and legs. I don't actually remember what the actual curse is, but that is it's a conscious choice that Kirby is making not to move.
Huh.
I don't know if it's just, like, lazy or, like, honestly, what the fuck is going on with that. It's just, Kirby's like, haha, Poyo, I'm not gonna walk today.
Huh. I mean, okay, Kirby.
Yeah, right? I mean, like, he deserves it. He's allowed to not walk. If he wants to,
I mean, he's
we're not
an
gonna
orb.
force him.
He can just roll around if he wants.
He's a borb.
It's not a bird. Borb is specifically a term that means bird orb. You realize this, right?
Borb is an older term than that, that was coined by Brawl in the family to mean bad orb.
Webcomic shout out.
It was, Kirby called Meta Knight a borb.
Okay, because in more modern look at my photos of my pets on Twitter parlance, it means a fat bird.
I'm totally and completely aware. I don't like that use of it. It's weird and it's confusing because it's not the same.
Language is funny like that.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
So we're up against a 4-star,
It's Omega
right?
Ridley. Yeah.
Stamina battle, breathes fire.
Yep.
I mean, does he not normally breathe fire?
He does, but not like this.
Like in his moveset?
Yeah, he's got a fireball in his moveset.
Okay. Well, now he's just not stopping.
Nope. And he's really strong.
So is a necromancer a type of warlock? Or
a necromancer is well, they're a generally speaking kind of a magic user. I think they're typically wizards.
Are mancers just their own thing, by the way? Because there's more than one kind of them.
If we're talking D&D, a mancer is like it would be like a wizard who specializes in a specific type of magic. You're not required to, but they might choose to.
I'm under the impression that the original meaning of it was that it was someone who spoke to something. So necromancers speak with the dead, pyromancers divine fortunes from fire.
That I don't know how D&D establishes stuff like that specifically. Is that Ridley? That's gonna be Ridley, isn't it?
It would make sense. Oh,
30 spheres though. Hey. It's
what?
Lucina!
Okay. Sure.
She's hiding here amongst the horrors of this clockwork world. I question if this is... There's a Steam-powered game that had Nintendo characters in it that was not quite an RTS. I forget what it was. And I know it had Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, I've heard of
I'm trying to remember if this is like a reference.
It's like a third-person action clockwork thing.
I don't think it's third-person action though. I'm pretty sure it's a shoot bang, and I think it's like an XCOM style game.
All right, I'm not entirely sure what that means.
XCOM would be like Mario and X Rabbids style.
Okay.
It's like an RPG, but it's an RPG where everybody shoots, and you specifically move around the battlefield in squares, like a tactical RPG. But you need to take account of like cover and your environment to make sure that you're harder to hit.
Okay.
It's like a war tactical RPG. It's not like a war tactical RPG. But
not like a StarCraft.
No, not like an RPG launcher. Like it's a lot like an RTS though. It's not actually an RTS, but they're similar. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to show you one of those games at some point. I don't know.
Just fight Crazy Hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight Crazy Hand. You know what? I could go for fast Final Smash if that comes up again. There it is.
Healing Shield is usually good.
Yeah, but I have to heal. I have to shield against Master Hand for that often. Or Crazy Hand.
Well, there are points where he's kind of doing some wiggles and is building up an attack, and you can shield them.
I have said this before, by the way. Ganon is the easiest character to beat the hands with, and I am going to prove this, if I can.
Well, it's been a while, and Crazy Hand's
it's been a bit,
little
but that's
less
fine.
predictable.
No, he's still pretty predictable.
So what kind of wizard and or sorcerer and or mage are you?
I'm none of the above.
So you're a warlock?
No, I'm not a... I don't typically play a magic user. I usually play like a fighter or a barbarian.
I mean in real life.
Oh, I don't conduct magic in real life either, because magic's not real.
You're so fun. you're such a great conversationalist.
I'm a sorcerer. My dad was a dragon.
Next time we see your dad, I'm asking if he's a dragon.
So there, Crazy Hand's done. Like I said, Ganon is really easy to beat the hands with. And I think I said this when we were doing a Smash stream like last year or something like that. Maybe earlier this year. Ganon's also canonically one of the only characters who in lore has beaten up Master Hand and chained him down. Like, I don't know if people remember that. That happened in Brawl.
Yeah.
It was like half the plot of Brawl.
I mean, it's traditional for Ganon to be the real final boss behind some other boss, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and he was. It was taboo, but, you know, still.
No, I mean, like, Ganon's
that
usually in that slot. So, like, you would have had, like, the Master and Crazy Hands be like, oh, these are the bosses of Smash, and then turns out Ganon has one, like, that kind of fits the pattern.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then something else shows up because this is not a Zelda game, is essentially
it turned out that they were being controlled by Taboo.
The original
And then Sonic showed up, and
character.
he was how they needed to... Do you remember that?
Never forget.
People forget that. I want people to remember that.
No one should ever forget.
You should never
it's
forget that.
Sonic who destroyed the great evil of the subspace emissary.
Of Nintendo was... It was destroyed by Sonic.
Sonic
like
just
a
showed
spin
up at the
dash
last
through his
minute.
wings.
Like, you get Snake, like, halfway through that mode.
you
He's
really
just
do.
hiding under a box and Lucario finds him and it's, like, no big deal. And then Sonic has to come in at the very end, like, the last-minute hero to save the day.
Right?
Yeah.
People forget. That game was nuts.
That game was great.
I didn't say it wasn't great. I'm just saying it's nuts.
No, honestly, like, we had at some point considered doing Subspace Emissary before Smash Ultimate came out, and we didn't do it. But, like, that game is so good. And it had way more cutscenes than this does.
Oh my god, yes it did. It had way more of a story than this game does. This game still has a story, which I'm still pretty happy about, but I would have liked something more robust.
Yeah, like I would have liked, like, every
honestly.
time you get a new fighter, like, that they get, like, maybe a cutscene of them not being possessed anymore, and they, like,
Do you want to do
wave
this
to
one,
you.
by the way?
What is this one?
I wasn't paying attention. It's a Sheik fight.
Let's see. Enemy has increased move speed.
It just occurred to me that I haven't been sharing with you, and I need to share with you.
Yeah,
I'm so
you
sorry.
probably do.
Yeah.
That's
Melon,
okay.
we should go on and off, on and off.
Let's see. We're fighting someone fast, so I'm gonna be Falco. And they're gonna have assist trophies, which is why I don't want to be Peach, because she's more likely to be launched off the screen in general, and there will be more things
assist
hitting
killers.
her.
You're probably gonna get them if you start hitting that button.
Let's see.
There,
There you go.
Like immediately, there's an assist killer.
And fist
Get
attack.
double
I'm not
assist
gonna use
killer.
that, but whatever.
Nice. So if an assist trophy shows up, you can just beat it up.
Yeah.
If it's one of the ones that can be killed, and Gray Fox
I'm pretty
can.
sure. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
If he doesn't get me first.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, he's actually really rough.
Well, I'm also a little
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
sorry.
practice.
I'm sorry you're a little out of practice. It
okay.
occurred to me as I handed it to you. I was like, wait a minute. It's been a while since she's played.
Yeah, I mean, I could play when we're not doing our weekly stuff, but, you know, I'm busy.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't the smartest idea to do this Falco, honestly.
Well, normally he's fast and good.
Well, yeah, but this is a combo-heavy team. You've done 3% for Sheik, by the way.
Yeah, well... I'll do it.
Alright. Oh god.
Fuck.
It's fine, you get 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Good, okay.
I was facing the wrong way.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh gosh.
Well, I'm getting beat up really dynamically.
Yeah, maybe I should hand it to you for a lower one, because it's like...
Also, I'm using your controller.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that too.
Well, your plan worked. Now I look shitty at video
That
games.
wasn't my plan. I'm very sorry.
Nah, it's fine. I'm pretty sure it would take me a little practice to... They were very fast.
They were pretty fast. I'm gonna pick a slower character, but he has more stage presence, so it's fine.
That's fair.
I am gonna change off that fist though. Physical attack.
Yeah, that
That's
works.
good. That's fine.
I'm
What I'm gonna try
have
and do is just be more brutal than they are.
I'm gonna have to be, like, extra skillful when we face off at the end of this. Just to prove that I don't suck at video games.
I just killed him. Instantly.
Okay.
Like, Gray Fox is dead. You're that ninja who died in Zanzibar. Now he died here. Forever. He died to the Lizard King.
Metal Gear Bowser. The
Metal
world's
Gear
greatest
Mario.
and most possibly the most attractive walking tank. I know people really like Bowser, but I haven't
Mario
checked to
Gear
see.
Solid.
I haven't checked to see how many people are furry for the Metal Gears. So
Nah, yeah.
I'm not checking that.
I would be willing to bet that people would enjoy a Mario stealth game. like just Metal Gear Solid but with Mario. Tactical espionage Mario.
I'm going to suggest that it should be a Luigi game.
I'm gonna say Waluigi might be better. Seems like we can get back to the entrance.
I mean, you just want a Waluigi game? But...
I do. I unironically want it.
What is this?
Castlevania!
Oh.
So you go forward, and then it's going to have branched
explicitly-
paths in it. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, and it plays the noise, the sound, and
Are
everything.
those ghosts gonna be different from the spirits? Because they...
Maybe? You might have to beat them to get, like, keys to go forward.
Okay, but what are they going to be?
They might be fighters. There's a chance they're fighters.
There's a lot of them.
Wow, do you want
Oh.
to take the first one? Because
Well,
this is a
it's
one-star.
novice. Super armor, but moves slower. Stamina battle.
Yep.
Favors down specials. I don't remember what.
I
Mochi's
believe
down
that's a
special
grab
is.
for Mewtwo.
I'm not.
Come on,
happy
face
with
your
that.
fears.
We're facing your fears together. Just as
Young
we
Link.
did when we were 10.
Yeah,
guess
I
you're still
actually
10.
wasn't that scared of Redeads, honestly.
Yeah, well,
I know you're
It's a
talking to
very-
Link, not me, but I'm just saying.
it's a very primal fear that I think a lot of people understand, and I don't have to explain it.
Yeah, yeah.
Speed up?
Speed might be better.
that doesn't
Electric attack,
do it.
sure.
Whatever.
You might just want to take a nothing. Yeah.
Whatever. Weapon attack up, that sounds fine.
Da 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 da.
Why does it gotta possess a good boy? Why you gotta do this to Mewtwo? He would never.
Because he looks a little bit like a Redead, I guess.
No, no, no.
Oh, it's not a grab, it's confusion. Okay. So it's like he's just setting off Deku Nuts over and over again. That would
It's
be
like he's
super easy
screaming
to, like,
over and over again.
chain into with enough Mewtwo's around, you could get people stuck forever in that.
I pressed the wrong
I-
taunt. I wanted to drink some milk.
I like, by the way, that it is the N64 Redead. I just
No
want to
other
point that
Redead
out.
matters. None of
'Cause
the others are
they
scary.
exist in other games. People remember them in other games.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the
they are.
the N64 Redeads, like the Ocarina of Time Redeads, are the scariest
The-
version of the Redead.
Fucked up bog mummy with the gimp mask.
Look at
Who
how detailed
climbs on
but
you after screaming.
It's like a Seth MacFarlane monster.
What did you just say?
like, sorry, not like a. Oh God, what am I thinking? Who's Spawn? What was that man's
Todd
name?
McFarlane?
Todd McFarlane.
Holy
Shit.
crap, Lois.
Like, no, gross, disgusting. Don't bring that into my household.
And he crawls up on you and makes those unfing noises.
Ugh.
It's the worst.
Hey, look.
What is that?
What a terrible night to have a curse. I don't know. I actually don't know what the hell it
What?
did. Is it going to change something? The surrounding area has returned to its original state.
What is
Oh,
that?
so if I guess we have the potential to break things, possibly.
Okay.
You get a silver cannonball. If only you had a cannon.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to have the
Alright.
cannonball stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
I'm
think
gonna.
I've done this one in the spirit board. It's kind of
Hound
cute.
Dog? Yeah. I
Because
don't know. I
it's
don't think I've
Wolf
ever done
and
it.
he's constantly breathing fire because he's eating the curry.
Oh, that you know what? That is cute. I like that.
Little spicy boy.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna be Simon just so that this is like appropriate.
Okay.
Although Simon fighting a Houndoom in Dracula's castle is a little weird.
Sure, it's Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Anytime they set these up to remind us that the Star Fox characters are animals, it's kind of adorable.
It's a little weird.
Because within their context, they're just treated like people. It's one of those kinds of cartoon animal worlds versus we're people.
Yeah.
Like, there's other than their last names. It's it's like it's less.
It's not obvious.
It's
Oh,
less
God.
animal than like Bugs Bunny. It's like it's very they don't bring attention to it. So when Smash is just like, this is a dog, he's a dog, Wolf is a dog, it's like, yeah,
God.
that's adorable. Have fun.
Yeah, I died. I wonder if that wolf could have made it back to the stage, actually. It looked like he was protecting that corner pretty well.
Yeah, like, the recovery's okay. For all of the foxes, it's like there's a small delay and then they shoot right up.
Yeah, but he was edge guarding pretty well for an AI, actually. I'm kind of impressed by that.
There's probably something in the AI where they'll try to do it more if they've got Curry going because they've got better range.
Well, I also just realized that I chose to put a Franklin badge on, and fire counts as a projectile. That's what that noise is. I was like, what the hell is that noise that keeps going off? It's protection. It's the sound of my shield.
This is the Kalos.
Yes, this is the Kalos Pokemon League. I want to say you've been playing X lately. You want to talk about it?
Started. I'm not at the league yet.
Oh, okay.
I have not gotten to the second badge yet. Mostly because I keep backtracking. A little bit about it? I've talked about it a bit we've done like some Let's Go streams and stuff. I'm not gonna repeat myself too much because it'll get boring for people who have seen stuff like that. Oh, okay. Oh. So that's what it is.
So.
All right.
Oh, now I kind of regret that. I want to know if we could have fought it potentially.
Well, there will be another one.
There's
somewhere.
A chest out there. Oh, there's a chest out there.
You'll get to it.
Maybe it's that. I don't know.
Anyways, I was just wondering if any of the members of the Elite Four in that game have a Houndoom.
I don't know. Maybe. I know you were talking a little bit about the about your opinions of how big the Pokedex is. I don't know if we even did that during the stream.
I think I mentioned it a little bit
but it wouldn't be surprising.
The Pokemon X and Y, the Kalos Dex is so huge that it's 3 separate Pokedexes.
Yeah, it's interesting that they chose to do it that way.
And they do not mind redundancy. Like, the first few routes will have Funnelby and, like, Zigzagoon. And you can get, like, every single Caterpillar almost. Except, like, Wurmple. And it's, like, really, really densely populated. So you've got your choice. You don't have to just, like, when you walk out into Route 1 in, like, Johto, it's like, here's some Sentret, deal with it.
Yeah.
But you walk out in...
Hoot Hoot and Sentret, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's Hoot Hoot at night and Pidgey in the day.
Is there Pidgey during the day?
Yeah, it was the game that introduced the day and night system at all.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's like usually in a Pokemon game you start with like one option for your mammal and one option for your bird, and then they'll give you like 1, maybe 2 bugs.
Here's your mammal, here's your bird, enjoy.
Here's your bugs, your choices are regular or poison. And in
fast or slow
Kalos,
evolution.
Before you even hit a town with a gym, you could have like an entire box of unique Pokemon. Like, before they even gave me the second part of the Kalos Dex, I want to say my encounters was up to like 70 or something. Like, I had 70 in the Pokedex for Scene. And it's like, it just makes me extra sad knowing that they're keeping some things out of the code for Sword and Shield, that Galar is not going to have that. Like, even if everything else about Sword and Shield is amazing, and we don't know enough yet to say.
There's been stuff going on where it's like, I don't hate what I'm seeing for some of it.
And some of it you're not really into.
I'm so uninto the stuff that I'm seeing that I'm uninto that it's kind of poisoning the well for me.
I could go either way with a lot of the stuff. Like, it's like, oh, this could be interesting, this could be interesting, this is, I'm neutral too, but whatever. But if they're not going to give us as many Pokemon in the code, like, you can't even transfer them in, like, then that means that they're probably not going to give us, like, such a dense population.
Like a 600 Pokemon Pokedex or whatever.
Yeah, we don't know exactly how big it's going to be, but it's not going to feel as big as Kalos. And it's like, that's my favorite thing about it so far. Yeah. My favorite thing about 5th gen was the Dream World, which would let me get non-Unova Pokemon before getting the end of the game. And it's like, again, like, the option to have lots and lots and lots of friends, I think is what thrills me the most with most Pokemon games. There's a lot of quality of life stuff that can make or break a game, like I will always, even though it's not my favorite generation, I will always hold second gen in a very high regard for just the sheer amount of improvements it made over first.
It really did, too.
Yeah, in things like menus and being able to register your bike and a bunch of other stuff where it's like, it just smoothed so many problems out. And it's like every time they make a new game, they bring a little more back. Like, they fix a few things.
Well, usually.
Yeah, sometimes they take stuff out that they shouldn't have.
Damn it. Okay, I'm going Ganon for this. I'm done trying to be funny. Sorry.
That's okay. Anyways, yeah, it's like the quality of life stuff can be really, really good. And maybe Sword and Shield will have something great, but like, other than that, other than the smoothness of menus and ease of access and being able to like see your IVs and stuff, like, just give me lots of Pokemon. Like, that's literally how you make me happy, is show me a bunch of Pokemon at the same time and say you can have them all. It's like, I want so many little dogs, I can't pick them up. And some of those dogs have superpowers, and some of them are actually toads. So I love it.
I don't know if you noticed what this fight is, by the way. It's against Medusa. Well, specifically, it's against Medusa heads. But it's against the giant version of Medusa heads, and they gave it the small versions as, like, assists. So it's actually supposed to be Meta Knight, who's just hitting really, really fast. And the Mewtwo's are all favoring Confusion.
Okay.
So they're all slowing you down and stopping you during the fight, and then Meta Knight's coming in and beating on people. Also, you literally become slow. Like, you lose all of your fucking speed, which is why I keep getting stuck to the ground, basically. And I can't recover at all because you can't move sideways in the air.
I mean, you kind of can.
No.
Maybe
I
not
mean,
as Ganon.
No, not when you're slowed down, you can't. That's what I mean. The slowing down affects you in the air as well. It's okay.
Wait, so you killed all the Mewtwo's, like, immediately that time?
Yep. Just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Oof. You have to keep away from the edge. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit an item and exploded.
Oh, yeah, there was a mine there.
There is a mine there, and he touched
Oops.
it. I don't know what that art is from for the Medusa head, but it's nice.
I don't know.
It's weird that in Castlevania you only ever really see, for the most part, Medusa heads, which are just the heads of Medusa.
It's just like a beholder,
around.
right?
Yeah, it's just a head
with
with snakes
scary.
and it flies around and it does projectile damage, and that's it. Yeah, and is scary, sure.
Yeah, as opposed to Medusa as a character.
Who's really sad, actually.
Yeah, a lady who was having a bad time and
she
pissed
had
off the
really
wrong
bad
person.
Time, yeah.
Yeah.
And she pissed off some people in ways that don't make sense.
You gonna try and fight that?
Yes, but I think we will save that for next time.
Well, just walk up to the spirit.
Up to the spirit, just to see what it is? This one here?
Yeah.
Because this one here is nothing. It'll send me back to this,
okay.
I guess.
Fuck.
That's okay. I'll go back there and then we'll
yeah, because this is
there.
clearly a big puzzle area.
Yeah, well, it's obvious what you do. You hit this one and then you hit the cannon.
Yeah, but like you got to do a bunch of things and go over a bunch of branches. Yeah. It's not
but
like
then after I do that, I'll be able to get
puzzle,
that the thing there.
Yeah.
So before we do that, we're gonna go into the skill tree. Well, before we do the final thing, anyway. I think we were working towards probably one of the weird ones in here. Was it sprinting endurance?
I don't
Probably
know.
not. Airborne endurance. Weapon. We already got that one. Perfect shield recovery. Stats after eating. Special move power up. Unflinching charge smashes.
That sounds like
that
something
sounds
you
about
want.
Right. Yeah.
Especially since you got.
That sounds pretty good.
You got Ganon.
Easy
You've been
perfect
doing a lot
shield.
of smashes.
Activities up. Heal with smash. Lava floor resist would also be kind of nice just to have for, reasons. Improved escape. Neutral attack up. Air attack up. You know what? I think we'll work towards air attack up next time. If we remember.
Yeah, whichever.
Yeah, because it's 130. We're getting close to just filling out our sphere grid.
Do we even know if you're going to be able to fill them out?
I know that there's supposed to be enough in the game potentially to do that, but also people were saying that we have been playing kind of weird, so there's a chance we won't. It's up to
Yeah,
up to
we've
chance.
been very sporadic about it. I think it's because you keep joshing around.
I josh around a lot. I can't help it. Look.
Like, I can't even really put a correct description to like.
I josh around often and with great intensity.
It's been a thing lately. Josh will go into something with an intent and then end up like a completely other side. We were supposed to do some stuff in Let's Go a few days ago where we were going to tackle some post game, and he wound up chaining 200 Bulbasaur instead.
Look, it was 250.
And everyone just let him because it was still interesting.
Yeah, I guess people were still entertained.
Yeah,
by it
no one
nobody
told you to
screamed
stop.
At me.
I didn't tell you to stop. Chat didn't tell you to stop.
Not a single person told me to stop. We just did 200. I actually hurt my arm doing that somehow.
Meanwhile, in Smashland, like we have done some very weird twists and turns.
Yeah.
Like you'll revisit areas because you just didn't feel like hitting a certain spirit or whatever.
Or whatever. Yeah.
It's just how he does.
It's fine.
I, to be fair, am weirder, but in different ways. I'm the kind of person who will not progress in like an RPG until every character I have is up to a certain level. I will not put Pokemon in the box and then forget about them. Until, you know, it becomes too impractical. Like, once you've got like over 50 Pokemon, I'm not going to level them evenly, but I will sit around and dig up rocks and level grind and... Like, and that takes a long time, but it's usually on a direct path. Josh will josh here and there through the wild.
Here and there and everywhere. It's fine.
Joshing takes many directions. Meganing just goes real slow. Real slow and thorough.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
It is.
We balance each other out.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not like I never do weird shit where I veer off the path. If I'm given like an open world and a specific path to go down, I will usually avoid it.
That's good. We found a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like in a game where you're given many choices, but one of them is obviously the right one, I will pick every other choice. I will sit in the woods and pick flowers because I do not care about the plot line of like Skyrim or whatever. So it's like it's not like it's just Josh.
Yeah.
But I will, like, off-screen do ludicrous amounts of, like, level grinding in any game where that's permitted.
I mean, that is true. Okay, so I'm going to finish up with this, and then we're going to do our big smash, by the by.
And you're not taking time to make aesthetically pleasing teams?
Nah, this time I'm just saying fuck it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just picking random shit. Hey, this is the villain team. I forgot.
Yeah. 3 giant monsters and their wizard babysitter.
Did you see that? They found all those snacks.
Yeah. In the jungle. Jungle snacks.
Jungle snacks.
Probably need to boil those before you eat them.
Nah, you just eat raw jungle snacks. It's fine.
Straight
scurvy,
up.
What's
like,
that?
I don't... Wait, what?
And I mean, wait a minute. Scurvy? No.
Not scurvy.
Not scurvy.
Jungle snacks are probably the cure for scurvy.
You get Ebola from jungle snacks.
You might. I don't know where Ebola actually comes from.
It's spread from animal to animal. You might get it through feces. I'm not 100% sure.
So in theory, if you eat bad meat, maybe.
If you eat bad jungle snacks.
Yeah, you gotta cook them thoroughly.
Right? Yeah. What was that Ridley that I was just looking at? The big one. Was that just a big Ridley?
I don't know.
I don't remember what that guy is. Is he just Mecha Ridley? I'm not even sure.
You mean the one we picked up?
Yeah.
I think so.
No. The one that we were just looking at that we just pulled in.
Why do we have a Gundam?
I don't know. I was wondering too.
That
actually does look like a Gundam.
Yeah.
I think that's from like not Chibi Robo, but one of the games like that. But he just straight up looked like a Gundam. That looked like a specific Zaku. I'm confused. Okay, so it's not just that. It's got to be Mecha or Meta.
I think
Ridley.
so.
Probably Meta Ridley, honestly. Because I think Meta... You in here, Ridley? Where'd you go, bud?
Maybe if you search for Ridley instead of Ridley.
Okay, no?
There he is.
Well, that's one of them. That's not the one I was looking for, though. I was looking for the big one that was with the
I
Giga
mentioned aesthetics, and you got all aesthetic all of a
Okay,
sudden.
yeah, a little bit. All right. Jeez. This is your fault. It's fine.
I accept fault for this.
You should. You did it. Let's see.
Necrozma.
I know we have a Necrozma? No. I'm
No,
looking
that's
for...
Zygarde. I was
Hold
just
on.
gonna say for aesthetic, it would look good next to the Ridleys.
No, it's fine. I wanted to put the big one that we found. But I gotta find him first, and it's a giant pain in my butt doing that. Because he's fancy. He's big and fancy. He's not quite this Ganon, but he's like that level of opulent and crazy.
I don't think Calamity Ganon is opulent. Like, yes, he's living, like he's wearing a castle, but it's a shitty
living
one.
in a castle.
Like he's wearing the ruins of
is
Hyrule
a
Castle as like his hat or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's ruined and full of sludge. And it's Ganon sludge, so it's just like he doesn't clean up after himself.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
It's gross.
Yeah, alright, fuck it. Good enough. It's
Yeah,
3
actually.
Ridleys and a Rathalos. That is Ridley, by the way, the guy in the center, the big yellow fluffy thing. That's spoilers for Other M. That's what he looks like when he's a baby. Somebody
Rathalos
clones
fits
him
right
again.
in, actually.
Somebody clones Ridley in Other M, and as a result of him being cloned, he comes back as a baby. And then he has to, like, speed grow through everything. It's terrible. Before we do the big fight, oops, I did actually want to do, we're going to come in, oh god, apparently we're going to get a spirit first and watch people pushing a truck. Alright, that's fair. Alright, okay.
Cute.
It is, it's adorable. I'm going to go into collection, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can advance some of these, I think, because there's some that we just got, and it's like, hey...
Oh shit, the ultimate life form.
So let's see the ultimate life form.
Nice.
This is one that we haven't gotten
living
yet.
and learning.
He is super living and learning. That's his power.
This one was
We can upgrade this one.
Yeah.
This is a kind of
You can ride these in
weird
some
one,
games
though. Yeah.
as like a
Great
faster
Sabercats?
travel.
Yeah, you can. I don't know who this man is.
Some Fire Emblem.
Yeah, okay. We'll just upgrade this Fire Emblem into Fire Emblem.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just him with a mask.
King Slime.
Yeah,
Knew it.
King Slime.
I like how the spirits for Dragon Quest, a lot of them have like a paper texture to them that tell me that
they're
was
so
probably
cute.
like 80s Toriyama art that he
I
did
like
on paper.
them. I like them so much. You know what's weird about that, by the way?
What?
I have the original Dragon Quest, like Dragon Quest 1. It's called Dragon Warrior, but I
Yeah.
have Dragon Quest 1. And Dragon Quest 1, I have the booklet still as well for Dragon Quest 1.
Let's see.
And the little booklet, like the handbook that came with the game, has art in it, and it's not Toriyama's art.
Oh yeah, because like the localization, they wanted to make it look less anime.
No, because he wasn't brought on for the first game.
Wait,
I think he was
wasn't?
brought on for the second one,
Oh,
but
that's
I
weird.
could be wrong about that. I have heard some weird conflicting things, but I've heard that it's like he wasn't brought on for the first, so all of the art in that game is like not Toriyama art.
Huh.
And it's weird because you get the original artist for Dragon Quest doing things instead, and his stuff is like really strange comparatively. Like, it's weird to see a slime or like a stump or like a scorpion or any of those monsters drawn by someone else,
Yeah, no, that sounds incorrect.
right?
Because the remakes use his art.
Yeah,
so
no, the remakes did.
It just feels correct for it to be his art.
Right, I agree.
Oh, you dodged that really good.
Thanks. Alright, I'm still just trying to get used to my moves because I stopped playing this character. Hold on.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, well, I died.
I did not expect that to work, by the way.
Oh, God.
I didn't think I'd be fast enough to get in there for that.
He's so... I'm noticing now. I knew that...
They didn't nerf him, did they?
No, he's a slow character. Like, he's very heavy. But I forgot he was this slow. Especially compared to, like, Falco. This seems like a... It might be a hard counter, honestly. Because I can get nothing off. Honestly. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Just as you're talking about it. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
I was too busy picking up that pretty grass.
I noticed. Fucking turnips.
Well, I've got a mouse.
Why couldn't I... Oh, that was weird.
Nice.
Oh, damn it.
I told you I had to make up for being shitty earlier.
Yeah, I know.
I have not played this good in a long time, to be fair. I've been very lucky with this fight, I think. Ooh. Yeah. That doesn't go away after one use.
No, it doesn't. I think it has 2 or 3 on it. Ugh. Oh. You have to be so specific with the up, like the up attack for the hero. It's like a pinpoint hit.
Well, being on the ground didn't save me.
No, it didn't. I was wondering if I was gonna not be able to hit you for that.
Whoa, what did I even bounce off?
You bounced off the train.
There's a train down
There's a
there?
train that runs down there
not anymore.
sometimes, not all the time.
No.
Oh, damn it. I missed.
Falco speed. No banana! Fuck.
Oh my god, damn.
That works? Holy.
Way too loud, way too loud.
That surprised me. I thought I was dead. I did not think the reflector would be timed right. I thought you would. I kind of thought you would remember that I'd have a reflector and be like, haha.
I did remember, but I didn't think you'd use it.
I figured you would fake me out and not use the banana gun.
No.
Ooh.
Final thoughts?
Sorry for breaking the audio.
Yeah, you screamed. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
It's also like midnight.
Sorry to our neighbors. Final thoughts. I feel like the different words for different kinds of wizardly folk don't have defined definitions, and thus we should just make more of them. Just come up with some great names for what it means to be magical. Like, if you're not a wizard or a warlock or a necromancer, what are you?
Okay.
Tell us.
I got nothing. You guys have a really nice week.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.